Hey there, welcome or welcome back to my channel, Diana and the Book Hunt. Today I'm going to be doing the end of year book tag where I'm going to be answering 6 questions regarding my previous reading habits and also what I plan to do until the end of the year. I've seen Tori from Novel Life doing this video. I've also seen Victoria from Victoria Romance Reads do this video, and I'm going to link their videos down below so you can check them out if you like this tag or if you're interested in their content as well. And I'm just going to go ahead and dive into the questions. It's going to be a very short and sweet video, so please stick around. The first question is, are there any books you started this year that you still need to finish? I'm not typically the type of person who will pick up a book and then put it down and then come back to it. I almost never do that. I do have 2 books that I've started. One of them I'm quite a bit ahead in it, but I put it down. And one of them I just wasn't in the mood to continue on with the series because I was kind of maxed out on white shoes trope, on the white shoes trope. So I was like, okay, I'm going to pick this up because I love the series, but I need to pick it up at a convenient time when I feel in the mood for it. The first one, which is the white shoes book, is Stellar, which is the second book by Manuela Ruget. The first one is called Ariel, and I absolutely love that one. Stellar follows the same characters as the first book, but I just need to get into it to finish it. I'm definitely going to be picking it up, but I just need to find the right mood and setting for myself to finish it. The second book is one which I have to say that it's probably going to end up in my biggest disappointments of the year books. It's The Atlas Paradox by Olivia Blake. The Atlas 6, which was very hyped up on Book Talk and BookTube last year, was one of my surprises of the year. I absolutely loved it. It's a dark academia setting with multiple characters, multiple points of view, following people who are recruited to be part of the Alexandrian Society, who are kind of guarding the knowledge of the Alexandrian library. And I absolutely loved the first book. It was a bit complicated here and there, but I could very easily follow what was going on, especially with the audiobook. You really get immersed into it, so I was like, okay, I can do this. It wasn't too complicated. But then the Atlas Paradox is exactly the thing that I fear most about like fantasy books or science fiction books. When the plot just gets to be too much for me, where I don't understand what is going on, what they're talking about. It's too much science or too much philosophy or too much biology or whatever they're talking about for me to be able to fully comprehend or understand what the plot is. So I'm at the 60% mark at the moment, and I just had to put it down because my head was going to explode, and I was like, I don't fully understand what is going on here. So I just actively decided to put it aside. I'll probably finish it sometime, maybe this year, we'll see. But at the moment, I just don't see myself picking up this book right now because it's going to be too much for my post-COVID brain to comprehend. The second question is, do you have an autumnal book to transition into the end of the year? Now, when I think of an autumnal book, I think about possibly a fantasy book because this is the time of year when longer reads and like more atmospheric reads are more suitable. And just recently, Legendborn, or actually not Legendborn, but Bloodmarked, which is the sequel to Legendborn by Tracy Deonn, came out. And even though it's quite a bit of a longer audiobook, I'm definitely going to pick this one up because I love the first book. Legendborn was one of my top reads of last year. I gave it 5 stars. It's a young adult, again, dark academia, Arthurian retelling. And it was just such an engaging fantasy read that I definitely want to continue on with the series, and Bloodmarked sounds amazing, so I'm definitely going to pick this one up as my transition into the winter period. Question number 3 is there a new release you're still waiting for? Definitely, there's actually 3 books that are coming out this month that I absolutely cannot wait to get my hands on. The first one is by Kennedy Ryan. It's Before I Let Go. It's a second chance romance between a divorced couple, and I just cannot wait to see whether this is going to be a top read of mine for the year, because typically whatever Kennedy Ryan writes is something that is going to be ending up somewhere high up in my top favorites. The second book that I cannot wait to read is the continuation of the Flesh and Fire series by Jennifer L. Armentrout. The second book is called A Light in the Flame, and I believe it's going to come out at the end of the month. So I'm really looking forward to continuing on with the series that follows Serafina and Niktos. And then the third book that I'm really excited about is by Chloe Lees. It's called Two Wrongs Make a Right. This book, I'm just genuinely curious to read something by Chloe Lees that is not in the Bergman Brothers world, because I did love the Bergman Brothers series, all of the books, but it would just be refreshing to read something else by her to see whether I'm going to vibe with it as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to these 3 books. And then next on, what are 3 books you want to read before the end of the year? Now, this is a question that is very dependent on my mood, if I have to be honest, because typically I'm very much a mood reader. But I do have to say that there are a couple of books that have been going around on BookTube that I definitely want to get around to reading before the end of the year. The first one being Flawless by Elsie Silver. This book, I've heard just too many good things about to let it go. I just need to know whether it's going to be for me as well. I expect it to be a 5-star read because it was so hyped up by everyone that I follow. The second book that I'm genuinely very curious about is by Tara DeWitt. This book, it's called Funny Feelings. I had it on my radar for quite some time, but I kind of lost it in my TBR somewhere, and then I saw Caitlin from the Love Librarian really rave about it, and it also sounds like a very interesting concept that I haven't encountered in other books before, because it's an age gap romance between 2 friends who are actually both stand-up comedians, which I think is going to be just a very fun read. So yeah, that is the second book. And now to think of a third book, yeah, definitely I'm going to pick up Blood Marked or A Light in the Flame. One of those 2 is going to be a read of mine before the end of the year, because I'm in the mood for a fantasy read, definitely. Now, the next question is there a book you think could still shock you and become your favorite of the year? I think Kennedy Ryan's Before I Let Go is definitely a contender, because like I mentioned, everything that Kennedy Ryan writes is basically going to be a book that is a 5-star read for me or a favorite of mine. So I definitely think that there is a chance that that book can make it in my top 3. And then the last question is, have you already started making reading plans for 2023? I'm going to be quite honest here. I have not really started making any plans, because I'm just kind of taking everything step by step. My channel is still not a year old. It's going to be 1 year old at the beginning of next month. And I just want to see that I wrap up this year as successfully as possible, meaning that all the reading plans that I have until the end of the year and all of the videos that I want to release will actually be released on time. Actually, this weekend I've been sitting down and kind of planning out how many videos do I want to post now that the Christmas season is coming up and everyone will be more active on BookTube as well. Just like a heads up, I'm going to tell you what I've planned and see whether I'm going to be able to hold up to that schedule. I think from like mid-November until about Christmas time, I'm hoping to release 3 videos each week, where I'm going to be doing, obviously, kind of wraps up of the year, like best, worst, surprises, disappointments, like all the series or all the duologies that I've finished, kind of wrapping up everything and showing you overall my reading progress of the year. Um, I'm obviously also maybe going to put in a reading vlog here and there and just shake things up with some little ideas that I have. But typically, if everything goes right, like if I don't get sick again because I've been dealing with COVID and other sicknesses here in my house, I just want to be as healthy as possible so I can make the content that I've planned. And just read all the books that I still have planned until the end of the year, because I have a reading challenge for myself for this year that I want to complete, and I'm almost there. So I really hope that I can finish it so I can film that video for you as well. So yeah, for 2023, I haven't planned anything yet because I just want to get through this year. And then possibly because I'm going to be visiting my parents for the holidays, I'm going to take about a week or so off. And then once I come back, I'm going to come back full force and just plan everything ahead for the year ahead. So this is what I'm planning, and I hope that the forces will be with me so I can complete everything that I've planned. And yeah, those are also the 6 questions that I needed to answer for this book tag. If you like my video, please put a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Also, please check out Tori's video, Victoria's video, check out Caitlin's channel as well. And I hope to see you very soon in the next video. Have a wonderful, marvelous day. Happy reading, take care, and bye-bye.